Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. I'm Dallin, this is Jay and Ryan.
Hey,
and
guys.
then we have a special guest with us, Jordan.
Hello.
Who will be talking to us about a novel review. Are we going to do that one first?
No, we'll save it to the
Okay.
end.
Let's go to the end.
Jordan can hang out with us.
Yeah, I'll just chill and
And do whatever.
say stuff if,
I mean, last time
gonna say.
you came on the show, you were, like, sitting on the ground, so at least now you have a chair.
Oh, but you weren't,
Of course, we weren't on camera.
you're right,
That
you
is
weren't,
true,
you
this
weren't
is true.
filming, so...
Alright, so the first thing that we have is Season 4 of Rebels.
Yeah, let's just get into news from around the galaxy. We have Season 4 of Rebels will not include an appearance from the Emperor. This comes from Dave Filoni himself at New York Comic Con.
I give that a thumbs up. I'm glad
Yeah.
that he's...
I'm okay with it.
I'm
Because
cool with that.
Thrawn is just the right amount of villain that we need.
Yes, he's the...
Yes,
he's
for
the,
this band of rebels, and for, this, we don't need an Emperor intervening right now.
No, yeah.
The rebels are still just a nuisance.
Yeah.
Really.
Really, yeah.
To him,
To him.
to the Emperor.
To the Emperor, that he's a nuisance. Took Thrawn into some
Right,
of the...
they're a little bit more
some other guys-
formidable who
yeah.
have been there.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with that. I
Yeah.
want Thrawn to be more of the center figure of the bad guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Right. And I
Yes.
want them to sort of either wrap up his story or leave him somewhere
somewhere-
where we can pick him up in a later
Yeah.
whatever.
Maybe
Yeah,
a novel.
exactly.
Thrawn?
Yeah,
Thrawn.
Leave him alone.
Don't kill him.
Don't kill
Well, no,
him.
but he could, like, I heard a great theory that Thrawn could, like, decide to leave the Empire because he doesn't, like, he is completely out for his own interest, really.
Yeah.
Well, he's
He's
out
out
for
to protect
people.
his, right, to
It's-
protect
yeah.
his people
It's
from
his people.
threats unknown to this part of the galaxy.
You finished the Thrawn novel, right? Recently?
No,
No.
I haven't even started.
Okay.
So this is all
Come on,
coming
Jay.
from my other research. Anyway, people are like saying that he could denounce the Empire, leave, and head back out into wild space where he comes from, and Ezra and Ahsoka go to hunt him down or chase him down.
Chase
That's
him
how
down.
you kind of get Ezra out without
Of the
killing
picture.
him.
And Ahsoka both.
Without killing, right.
Right.
And without killing Ahsoka. Assuming Ahsoka's alive and she comes
She
back.
is alive. You see her
Right.
going into the temple at the end of Season 2. I don't understand how that was even a question in anybody's mind that Ahsoka was dead. Because you see the back of her going into the
Right.
temple.
It's just when the doors closed, you didn't know her fate, and you don't know when that took place.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, still. Like, I didn't get that question after seeing Season 2.
Right,
I was
after
like,
I watched it, I was like, what was the...
she's totally
deal?
alive.
But anyway, that's the fan theory out there.
I'm-
I would think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am cool with that theory. I love Thrawn being the gray character and not blindly loyal to the Empire, because it doesn't make sense for the way they set him up.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And,
Right.
Like
No,
you
yeah.
said, they give him an out.
He's not
Right.
blindly devoted, He
he's not, no.
has his own reasons for being a part of it.
Now, the question
Right.
is, was that Timothy Zahn writing in that he has an out, or was that Lucas film writing in that he has an out in that novel? Because remember, Timothy Zahn said that he had to change a lot of things for the novel.
I think any what I got from that panel at Salt Lake was that any changes they wanted was to make Thrawn more villainous, whereas Zahn had him more morally in that gray area. He's not gonna be a rebel. I don't want him to be a freaking rebel. God,
Well,
just
the only way he would turn to the rebels is if he thought that was maybe now the best way to
Right.
go to
Yes.
protect his people. That's
and that's what Zahn said too. Is
Right.
that if he could be persuaded that the rebellion was a better option,
Right.
he'd go over with
Right.
them.
So anyway, no Emperor in Rebels. We're all cool with it.
Yeah, we're fine. That's fine.
All right, moving on to the next topic. We have the latest Forces of Destiny episodes are on YouTube.
Yep.
We've watched all four of
Yeah.
them. What'd you guys think?
They're good, just like the first ones.
Yep.
I mean, it gives you just a little tidbits about characters that you love. Just a little bit more information.
Do you have a favorite of the four?
Probably my favorite one was when Yoda and Ahsoka.
That's my favorite.
That one was
Is
probably my favorite.
Mine's probably Padme and Ahsoka in the ships.
That was mine.
That one was a good one.
I think the reason I like the Ahsoka Yoda one so much is that it kind of fills in a gap
As to
of
how she gets
got
to,
her two
Two
lightsabers.
Yeah.
Why
Like-
she uses two
right.
lightsabers.
and how she
Because-
got so adept at using them.
Right, because she goes from a single one to using two with no explanation.
Yeah,
And
no.
in the Clone Wars
Yeah,
cartoon.
true.
So
That is
I would
true.
like to
think
see.
I think just filling in that little piece like makes
Yeah.
it more interesting to me.
I would like to see maybe a Forces of Destiny where she goes into a Kyber cave, a Kyber crystal cave, and finds the second crystal for her second lightsaber. I think that'd be an interesting episode.
Yeah.
Like having to do that trial
But I
over
also
again.
do like the Ahsoka and Padme one.
Yeah.
I like seeing Padme utilized more.
Yes.
I mean, she
Yes.
was in Clone Wars. I
Clone
think
Wars?
she had a great role,
in the
but
cartoon, yeah.
right throughout the movies, the prequels, she just was underutilized. I think she was utilized great in the first movie.
Yeah.
and underutilized in this next two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Well, we don't want to get into the second one. Okay.
no.
I like the other two episodes as well, though, with the one with Sabine and
Right, and her friend.
and her friend.
Her friend.
I never remember her name. What was the other one?
The Ray with Chewbacca and
Oh,
That was a
trying to,
good
like,
one too.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a good
get the
one too, right?
bomb. That one was the quickest one
Ray with
out of all of
Chewbacca,
them.
yeah. So it was basically in between where Han Solo and them leave the
Rathtars.
the Rathtars and the
big freighter
yeah, the
ship.
big freighter ship.
Mhm.
And before they get to Maz's castle, they kind of fill in that little bit of a gap.
It turns out that they left a bomb on the Millennium Falcon.
Well, it was being tracked. Like
That-
the Millennium Falcon was
was
being
being
tracked
tracked.
by some unknown
And
device. or
Chewbacca is freaking smart for figuring out that plan to get the bomb off.
something. Right.
Yeah.
He like came up with it just like that, without hesitation.
Yep. Okay. So is that enough for the Force of Destiny?
Yep. Overall,
Right.
Moving
thumbs
on.
up
Next
for those.
topic we have is report came out as to why Kylo Ren wears a helmet in The Force Awakens. And I thought it was kind of an interesting read. It's fairly short.
So yeah, I'll just read it out here for you. Kylo Ren is the son of Han Solo and Leia Organa, protege of Luke Skywalker, and eventual master of the Knights of Ren. He is known as the Jedi Killer among the rank and file of the First Order. His helmet was crafted to mask his visage and voice, concealing his identity as he delves further into the power of the dark side of the Force.
So not only was it sort of an homage to Darth Vader,
Yeah.
because it was.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly in Kylo, and that's probably how Snoke convinced him to wear it in the first place.
Well, more than likely, Kylo had a little bit of say-so on what it looked
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and that it, emulates the Darth Vader mask.
right. I just think it's kind of cool that Snoke kind of wanted to conceal who he was for, maybe not from the First Order, but from anybody looking in
Now
from the outside.
That does make it interesting, because we watched the Last Jedi trailer earlier, like literally like 15 minutes ago, and he smashes the helmet on a wall, and that's like when you see it in the teaser, and it's all like messed up on the
Floor.
floor. Why did he do that?
I don't know. Gotta watch the movie.
Yep, maybe he's conflicted about his emotions.
Well, yeah, I think he always is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's sort of just how Kylo is. He's always fighting that pull to the light.
yeah.
All right,
And
so
we have another quote.
right, this one comes from John Boyega. He has a fairly interesting take on what he expects to see in Episode 9, which will be now directed by J.J. Abrams. And his really take is like, it's going to be the war to end all wars. Was his prediction.
Like Chris Pine and Wonder Woman?
Like,
War to end all wars.
that's
World
like
War One.
sort of
Yeah.
Boyega's prediction for what's going to take place in Episode 9.
He says, I think it's fantastic. I think what's fantastic is it feels like it's coming back full circle. I don't know nothing about the script, the story. I don't know where Finn's going. I don't know where Rey is going, but I definitely feel that this is the war to end all wars in this movie. I'm interested to know how he will handle that, is what he says.
That's a pretty interesting quote.
Yeah, because we just watched, like Dallin said, we just watched that trailer, and it looks like that whole movie is a lot of fighting.
Because I said it's gonna. I wonder if that one is gonna be like the Return of the King for the Star Wars movies, where it's just constant war.
I just think
Lots
that
of battle.
gives us a lot of insight where Episode 8 leaves off.
Yeah,
Yes.
That there's going to be something even further to push the
Maybe-
two sides to war.
maybe Snoke is finally gonna get out there and be like, you know what, time to take matters in my own hands.
I'm not going to make the same mistake the
The
Emperor
Emperor
made.
did, where he just sat on his throne
And
you
let
know.
Vader
Preached at
take care
people.
of his stuff. He's like, he's going to get out there and maybe do it himself.
Like that. Do it. Yeah.
Take your place by my
Yeah.
father's place by my side.
Yeah. So,
All right, anything else on the John Boyega
no,
take away from episode 9?
again, I don't really care about episode 9 at this point. I mean, I do, but like, episode 8 first, please.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree, but I'm looking forward to 9 too.
Yeah.
But I just from watching that trailer though, there's gonna be a lot of fighting in this one. I'm just wondering what the heck a war to end all wars is gonna look like in Star Wars.
Well, where are they going to get
And
all
how-
these other people to war?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it literally going to be like, on one planet, they just have a whole line of ground troops and just charge at each
And I
other?
guess it's up to J.J. Abrams to figure that out.
Right, and
Do
that's
a
the
Star
interesting
Wars
thing is
Helm's
I think they're still working on that script, so this all has to be speculation on where episode 8 leaves off.
Gosh,
And
to
that's
get
what's
to the
sort of the more interesting part to me.
fire.
All right, so it
This is a
is
Star
yet
Wars
another
podcast,
week
we have to stop.
has gone by, and yet we get 2 more tweets from Ron Howard.
Yep,
Shocking, I know.
as
So-
always. So we have one that is in the Millennium Falcon. Someone's running by.
It's definitely that's got to be a Millennium Falcon.
Right, and it
looks
definitely looks like a much cleaner Millennium Falcon. You don't see all like the
Grime and rust.
yellowish color on that wall.
Yeah. Director's monitor turns out smuggling has its stressful moments in the galaxy.
I don't
So-
know who that is that's running through the
Nope.
corridor.
Doesn't
It
look
doesn't
like,
look like Han.
It's
yeah,
like
it doesn't
Lando.
look like Aldrich.
It could be Lando.
Looks like Lando to
Does
me.
it look like Lando?
Does
to
it
you?
look like Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Looks like that, like a flashy yellow jacket, like it was in his wardrobe and stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe.
be.
Snoke's robe. He's wearing.
You still gotta love his tweets though, because he doesn't give you
Oh
anything.
Yeah.
He shows you stuff, but he gets you talking about it, and he gets you excited about it. That's what's
Right.
great
Yep.
about
And
it.
here comes the other one.
It's from the editing room, apparently. And he says, spending more time in the editing room each day now after we wrap shooting.
Editing room looks like a
Scenes.
living room or a hotel room.
Yeah, I know.
When I put this up on our Facebook page, to me it looks like he's watching Empire Strikes Back, and that is Chewie out on Hoth after they blow up the Imperial probe droid.
But that's what that kind of looks like, because it's like just the shoulder of Chewbacca.
Right, and
It's
you can
definitely
see his,
Chewbacca.
like,
and
And
his,
it's like somewhere windy,
and his sash. Yeah.
you know?
right. To me, it looks like he's having a cup of coffee, a bowl of water, and
And he's
watching
watching
Empire
Empire
Strikes
Strikes
Back.
Back.
That's what it looks like to me.
Maybe he's studying up. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway, Ron Howard, we love you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot wait to see the Han Solo movie.
Yep. And Tashi Toy Station.
Yeah,
now.
let's move on to Tashi Toy Station. We're kind of rolling through these topics pretty quick, but
Because we don't have much battery life. Shh.
all right. So the breakdown of the new 6-inch Black Series figures from New York Comic Con.
No.
So looks like we get a Forlom,
Yep.
a Lando in the Jabba gear.
The skiff guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we get Dengar.
Dingar.
We get a DJ.
Yep, that's interesting.
And it looks like we get a Rey. Now I can kind of place where that Rey outfit is from when she's going to the Force Tree in the new trailer.
Yep. Yep.
And then we get a Clone Trooper.
Rex.
Looks like Rex.
Yep.
Looks like
It's
It
Rex.
is Rex,
Yep.
yeah.
What are these
Right,
over
yeah.
here?
What are those?
I don't
The
know.
Mighty Mugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're.
Mighty Mugs.
Yeah, I think they're mugs. Something
Yeah.
you can
Honestly,
drink
like
out
you,
of.
No.
you can like
Oh, no?
That one
I think they're
doesn't
just like
have...
little-
yeah,
Oh,
there's no-
bobbleheads?
there's
They're
no
like
opening.
another form of
From a
bobblehead.
pop,
bobblehead,
like-
pop vinyls.
Yep.
Okay.
They look angry, except for
Speaking
that
of
one.
which, like you don't understand how many how many pop vinyl ripoffs there are
Oh,
in
yeah.
this world.
There's tons of them.
Well,
So many.
that dude's me right there.
Rex, give it to me now.
Yeah,
Right.
I would take Rex.
I love the Dengar and the Forlom.
I need that Rex.
And probably get the
Right.
Rey. Actually, the Lando one looks really cool.
Cool. Yeah, I love Lando.
Is that
Skiff
wait?
Guard outfit.
People think that that's DJ.
That is DJ.
It is DJ.
Okay.
So that's Benicio del Toro's character.
Yep.
Nice.
In this next movie that we didn't even see him in the trailer.
No, he's not. He's
not in either
nowhere in the
trailer.
trailer. He's
So,
not. Hux
he's a
isn't in the trailer. Rose
He's
isn't
a
in the
total
trailer.
mystery.
Paige
Alright.
isn't in the trailer.
Also from New York Comic Con, we get new Forces of Destiny figures.
Which I will be getting.
Right, and I know we get like a Chewie. It's coming up.
there, there he is. He's so furry.
We get a Padme.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's in our pilot.
Yeah,
Yep.
this
Outfit.
power disguise outfit.
That we just saw the episode
So,
of.
yeah.
We get
Yeah,
Leia with
her
R2.
and whatever this is.
I think that's the plans of the Death Star.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
like when he projects it out.
And then
Right.
Kylo and
Right.
Rey,
And
so
Rey
that
in
you
a
can
two
have
pack.
In a 2-pack.
Yep. good fight scene there.
When are these supposed to come out? Do you know? Like the actual release date?
I don't know if they had a release date on that article. I would.
Guess before Christmas.
I gotta be willing to bet around Black Friday or
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Sometime in maybe November,
right.
which is
Anyway,
cool.
they look really cool.
Yes.
I am forbidden to buy stuff because
You are.
I buy everything, and then people are always complaining that they have nothing to get me for Christmas because I buy all this stuff. And if you give me toys for Christmas, I'm still a kid. I love them. I'll buy. If you don't get them for me, I'll just buy them for myself.
I mean, to be honest, though, if you get another one, it gives
Take it
you
out
an
of the box.
excuse, to take it out
True.
of the box.
True.
If you get a copycat, so
but I'm
give 'em
forbidden
to
from
me.
pretty
Like
much now.
he has room for that.
Yeah,
Copycats.
True.
or Lenora, yeah.
I'm pretty much
Yeah.
forbidden from now until after Christmas from buying Star Wars stuff, so, which was really hard. You don't understand how hard it is not to go out and pick stuff up.
All right, so that's it for Tashi Toy Station. We're moving on to gaming with Gamorreans. We have one little article that popped up this week. As everybody knows, the new Battlefront 2 beta is open, and it's open to everybody, so it's
Yeah.
So if you're a big
Not
gamer,
just-
get out there and get on it.
not just to those who pre-ordered. And but there has been some questions raised about
So
pay to win.
apparently, there's some crates that you can buy that basically give you new weapons and ability upgrades, weapon mods, and passive stat bonuses that give you an edge, along with range of cosmetic options like hero skins and victory poses. Now, okay, if you are just like paying for hero skins and victory poses,
That's one
whatever.
Right.
Okay, go waste your money. But like, like, give you an
Weapon
edge.
mods give you an edge. I don't like that either.
Like, because that means, if you freaking just spend $200 on all these weapon packs, you're gonna just dominate everyone. Unless they make it where, if you buy those, you go in with higher level people.
Right.
That's the only way I can see that being acceptable.
Or is this just for the beta, and then when it goes, they're just going to wipe it out, and you don't?
I
get
think
them
so. They
Maybe
are
it
gonna
is
make
for
it.
the
and you
beta.
can't use them for the actual game.
That might
Maybe
be.
it is
If
for the
that's true,
beta.
then that's fine. If people want
Right.
to waste their money on buying mods for the beta, go ahead.
so that they
I
can test
wouldn't,
those
but,
things.
Yeah.
Maybe it is
Maybe it's
just
just a
for
way
beta.
to make money off of people. I don't know.
And
in
it
the beta.
says, players who purchase crates have more chances to find rarer and objectively stronger cards.
"Yeah, that's annoying."
See, now that's annoying.
You better not do that for the regular game. If you do, people are just gonna be pissed.
Yeah. So,
Or like you said, they better be bumped up
into the higher level
higher levels.
ranks.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and where they actually have to still freaking work at beating
Right.
an enemy,
Well, I'm hoping too that you don't have to buy stuff to get certain things. You can work your way up to getting them
Yeah,
as well. But if you want to advance forward in the game or whatever,
Well, if you don't,
you can purchase stuff.
yeah, if you don't want to like work at getting the stuff,
But
you
it-
just want
yeah.
stuff handed to you.
now
But it better not be. You can only get this if you
you buy it.
Right.
I want to be
That's-
able to earn it
that's
as
not
well.
right.
Yeah.
And
the thing is that I have not seen any beta footage yet because I've kind of stayed away from it. Like actual people going out and playing the beta because they put it on YouTube, of course, to show it off. But like I don't know how the fighting is in this game, like how because I know one of the biggest complaints of the first game was the fighting between two Jedi characters was just so clunky and annoying to do. So I kind of hope they fix that. Because, like, if it basically turned into whoever hit first wins. And I was like, that should not be how that works.
No.
You
that's
should
annoying.
have some kind of dynamic fighting thing that you have to do. Like, maybe, blocking and hitting and blocking and stuff like that. Instead of just... I hit you just, like, a whole bunch of times and then you die. So, I just hope that that's the case.
All right. Anything else on the Battlefront 2
I'm
beta?
still gonna get it. If I don't like it, I can easily return it.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
to my game store.
I think it's going to be fun.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
contemplating actually getting a PS4 just for
Yeah.
Battlefront 2.
Hey man,
And then,
even if you don't like Battlefront 2, there's so many other games
Right.
that are so much fun. Horizon
just
Zero
what I
Dawn.
need is just
More-
another excuse to hang out in front of my TV. All right, so we're going to some extra chatter, and this is the primary reason we have our sister on board with us today.
Yep.
Is these two, Dallin and Jordan, have both read the Phasma novel.
Yep.
So we're gonna do a little. I mean, it doesn't have to be quick. We can do it just however
review.
Just a review.
in-depth review you guys want to do. We'll
So-
turn it over to you two.
We are not going to go into spoilers, though it
No.
is very
Well-
hard in this book not to go into spoilers.
That's going to be hard because I'm going to ask questions.
Well, we'll answer them if we can.
Yes.
How about that? You can ask them.
So let's just give our just one word description. What do you think? What do you call this book? One word description. I know mine.
I can't do one.
I
word.
know what I would call this book instantly.
Go for it.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's vicious.
Vicious, brutal, almost savage. Like this book.
God, I better read this book.
You're going to have to read the book.
This book goes darker than any other Star Wars novel.
That you've read.
I mean, I asked Jordan between this one, Ahsoka, or Thrawn, which one was the darkest, and she said this one.
Easily.
Easily this
definitely-
Thrawn's like the lightest.
one.
It's really funny.
Yoda down.
Yoda down.
Yoda down. His cane gave out.
Phasma, easily the darkest of the three.
Oh yeah. So let's just start off basically giving the rundown as to what happens, the concept. So basically, Vi Morales? Moradi? For some reason I want to say Morales. Vi Moradi gets captured by the First Order and gets basically taken in by this guy named Cardinal. He's a captain, same rank as Phasma. And he...
That's all for first two chapters.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. This is not spoilery at all.
And Vi's resistance.
She's
a
a
spy.
resistant spy.
Okay.
And she knows a lot about Phasma. And basically, Cardinal captures her and wants to take Phasma down for some reason.
Well,
And
they're
it's-
rivals.
Yeah, they're rivals.
Well, you learn his reasons
Yeah.
later in the book.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So he has more
basically-
nefarious reasons.
yeah, it's
Okay.
told in a back story, like not kind of a flashback type of way, except in a different person's point of view, which you follow Civ, who is this girl who is in Phasma's tribe down on her home planet of Parnassus. And Parnassus is kind of this dark, gritty world where nothing lives, basically. Like, it's basically a world that's dying.
It's dying, yeah. That's what it is.
And soon everything's gonna be
Alright.
gone from at least that part of the planet.
Yeah, you can't go much further with that.
Yeah, yep, and that's basically it. So,
So you got one captain wants to take down the other
Captain, yes.
Pretty much.
because of some sort of rivalry there.
Yeah.
For rank, position, who knows what.
Now,
Okay.
I would just say I love this book. I think it makes me love Phasma as a villain all the more, knowing her reasons for why she does certain things. And I won't give it away, but I will tell you, this book, you know how when she turns down the shields, and a lot of people are disappointed by that. She's like, there should have been more resistance from her, to not turn off the shields or whatever. Instead, she just goes, da-da-da-da, and it's down without any, second thought, really. It gives you a reason as to why she does
you
that.
understand why she
Yeah,
does it.
yeah.
If you read this book.
You really understand why she does the things that she does in in that movie a lot more.
And go ahead.
And why she takes orders from Hux as well. From Armitage Hux.
Armitage Hux, yep. Yeah, okay, so for me the book was it was hard to get into at first. Just because the writing is, fair warning to you guys, not that great. It's okay. But it's not, it's not what Ryan's used to reading.
No,
I'll
it's not
just
very
leave that right
it's
there.
not very complex
It's
writing.
not Brandon Sanderson writing.
No,
It's
no.
pretty simplistic. But once I did get into it, I definitely appreciate Phasma as a villain. She's a kick-ass villain, and God, that part in the trailer where she and Finn are gonna go at it, I'm like, oh, dude.
And it's kind of making you wonder, like, who am I supposed to be rooting for right now? Because I kind of want Phasma to kick his butt and live on, but yeah, at the same time, I want Finn to just wipe the floor with her.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
you don't, it's...
Gives you some mixed feelings there.
Yeah. And it's funny because it kind of turns you into this love-hate relationship with Phasma. Because
Right.
you love how utterly ruthless she is, but at the same time, you hate how utterly ruthless she is.
Right, like, ultimately, I want her to get her butt handed to her just to knock
But
her down
I think
a
that's
peg.
that's the difficulty of writing a book like this, is because you have to
Still make her
still
villain.
make her. You want to follow her story,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so, and you want to sort of get behind her in the book, I'm imagining, as opposed to Cardinal's viewpoint. Like, I imagine you'd rather Phasma win than Cardinal, or maybe not. But I mean,
Can't really
there has to be,
answer that one.
but that's
No.
like that's the hard thing to write. I think, as an author, I think that would be very difficult to try
To-
to make a villain sort of the
With two villains.
protagonist of the book.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. The world that they set up for Parnassus is very interesting. It's one of the most original ideas for a planet, like, I've ever read in my
Yeah,
life.
it's
like,
pretty cool.
It's, and also, you guys know what the purpose of mouse droids are?
Well, they have multiple purposes, but
Well, apparently in this one, they're
I
clean.
know they've been used as spies.
Yeah, they clean. Also,
Callus.
that's
Callus uses a mouse droid.
that's how all
love
of the that's how, like, the Empire and First Order's floors are just so shiny. Is that they have the mouse droids go in there and pick up any grime.
They're like little mini street sweepers.
Yeah, basically. that's when
Like
they're
little
like,
Wallies.
yeah.
there you go. Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
little
yeah,
walls.
yeah. Or no, more like Mop from Wall-E. You know, that one
Yeah,
tiny
the
one?
little-
Yes.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little scrubber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get purpose from mouse droids. You get,
Just like the crown jewel on this book.
no.
The purpose for mouse
Um,
droids.
I really like Cardinal. I won't give away too much about his character, but, like, I love him so much that I actually really want to cosplay as him for a con or something.
He's in it, like, his character arc, even though it kind of gets crammed into, like, the last part of the book.
It
His
does,
change.
a little bit.
Like, up until then, he's like,
Because you do need to describe
dude.
Phasma as well.
we got you. We
Yeah.
know what you want.
And you do need the backstory on Phasma as well.
Well, no, that was cool. It was just his progression from where he starts out in the beginning to where he is in the end. Like, there's not a whole lot of change there for a while, and then it's all bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
It,
just
it hits
happens.
you on the face.
It just- yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
but I liked his character arc. I like where he ends up, because it's not.
Where you think?
Yeah, it's really not where you think he's gonna end up. It's interesting.
yeah. But back on the world,
Back to the planet.
the way that the culture of their clans works is very interesting. They use these things called detraxers, and basically they stick it into a dead body and then pull out the blood from
Why are you giving these details?
Well, I mean, because it's in the first bit, but I just want to, like, basically they pull out the blood and then, like, they mix it into a salve and they spread it across their face to protect them from the sun. Like, it's really interesting how but that brings me to a point,
Okay, good.
to one problem with this book.
Oh god.
Delilah S. Dawson has a really bad habit of repeating herself
Multiple times.
multiple times, because Civ, she's like she's like the detractor person.
Well, hello, Katie.
We have a loft cat on her, a Lothal cat on her table.
She's fine.
But like that's her responsibility, is to man the detractors and pull the essence out of
She's
people.
almost like the medic
Yeah, basically.
in a weird way.
The amount of times that they have to describe what the detractors do and her responsibility to the detractors, I'm like, okay, we get it. Because,
Yeah.
I think she repeats herself about 5 times,
You get it, and it's not new information. It's the same information being repeated to you
Yeah.
again and again, and it's like.
But is it
first time.
Is it for a purpose? Like she's
yeah.
telling different people what
No.
she does? No,
No,
okay.
it's constantly in her
But
thoughts.
it's
Okay.
always
So it's just the same information presented in basically the same way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not. That's
I think
not,
maybe
that's not good.
maybe once she's talking to Brindle Hux about it. I think,
yeah.
if I'm remembering right, but the rest of the time, it's just
Because I can understand, like, if
It's
somebody
internal
goes, "So what do you do?" Oh, well, I gotta
Right.
tell you what you do, and then somebody else comes
No.
along, and it's like, "Oh, really? So what do you
Yeah,
do for those
she-
people?"
she
Okay,
does
God,
describe
I
it
gotta
to
tell
Brindle.
this again.
yeah.
She
To
does
Brindle
describe
Hux
it to Brindle.
one time. Other than that, it's internal thought. It's
Internal
like,
thought. Okay.
She only
we
really
got it.
talks about it when she has to use it.
Well, yeah, but that's the problem.
Where
It's like filler.
Is she talking herself through it?
No,
No, she's just kind of recounting back to when her mom taught her how to use them.
or just thinking about what they mean to her and like.
I mean, I guess that could be like where your when you're doing it, that's where your
Well, okay,
thoughts
but-
kind of go.
but still-
then again, why is Vi just keep on repeating herself when she's talking about
Right.
like because
No, and one of the cardinal rules of writing is that you don't give your readers the information that they already have.
yeah.
You just don't.
Right.
If you bring up the same piece of information, there better be something new in there that you don't have yet. Like
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, like maybe just like a little nuance about
Right.
something about
Something
it.
to advance it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't ever just keep bringing up. And the other thing was it's a small thing, but like Phasma's accent.
Yeah.
It's constantly just
It's always
always
talked about.
reminding you about
Yep.
her accent.
Her
It's
accent.
like, all right.
It's like, thank
we got
you.
it.
Yes, we know Gwendolyn Christie has an accent.
Yeah, the clipped accent.
Right.
But other than that, I actually quite like the writing in this book. It definitely paints a picture in your mind of the characters and what they look like. Brindle Hux's descriptions are the best descriptions because he's like this rotund man with like this beard,
It's just got like,
And-
like this punch.
So he's
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
kind of, but like with red hair instead. He's like Gimli, but a taller Gimli.
I didn't picture him that big. I pictured him just like with like this paunch. And
like a dad belly.
yeah, just like this
Like,
very,
you know.
very comical looking figure. And I'm just like, this guy does not fit in this freaking planet. Like, the only reason he's not dead is because
Everyone else protects him.
they need him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
He didn't die there.
But it does explain where she gets her chrome outfit from, and it also
which that part's
explains it also explains like kind of the inspiration as to how she gets her, because the sands of this planet are gray, so it kind of explains like where the inspiration of getting her armor came from. There's a whole bunch of cultures. To be honest, it's kind of like a road trip book.
it is
they-
almost
they-
like Mad Max style.
Yeah, they walk, they find something, they get past it, they overcome it. Like an obstacle comes in their way, they overcome it, they go to the next thing that gets in their way and they overcome it.
Yeah, it's very much a beeline towards their goal.
Yeah, towards their
They just
goal.
zoom.
And they
With
just
little
keep going.
obstacles that they have to kind of navigate.
Yeah,
The one obstacle, and no spoilers, so I won't go into details, but the one where she goes,
yeah. Yeah.
that one's cool.
That one is really
Just
cool.
that part.
And that
part's
one definitely reminded me of Mad Max.
cool. Yeah,
a lot.
that was the part where I started to be like, okay, I can see why people are calling this kind of Mad Max.
Especially with like the vehicles.
was
Yeah,
that
and-
that bit right in there. If you've
Yeah.
read it, you know what we're talking about. And if you haven't, you'll know when you get
Read
to
it. Yeah. So any questions from you guys at all?
Not really. I mean, what would you give the book? Like,
Oh,
a
yeah.
5?
Oh, actually, we're
10.
gonna go
Out
out
of
of 10 because I need
Yeah,
10 to
Dallin wanted 10.
Okay.
to better describe how I feel about this book. I would give it a 7,
All right. That's not bad.
and she would give it like a 6 point
I was
something.
like, yeah, I was like at a 6.6.
6.6.
Somewhere in there. Just for the the redundancy in the writing. And
But the overall story was a good story.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really like the
yeah,
story.
the overall story is good.
Okay.
I liked it.
I'll have to read it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out after I finish Leia, Princess of Alderaan,
need
which
to
I'm
read that
currently
one.
on right now.
I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm reading.
yeah. I need a whole.
Right.
I have a whole bunch of stuff I
So-
need to read.
Just the last bit of news before we take off here is the new Thrawn novel
Yes!
will be coming sometime summer of 2018.
Yeah, it's either June or July. I'd want to say July, but I don't remember for sure. I was too excited to really note the date. Apparently Vader's supposed to be in it. It was announced at New York City Comic Con.
Yeah, but it is coming.
Totally stoked. I'm just considering the fact that Vader's in it. I'm hoping that means that he survives season 4.
Thrawn does? No.
Yeah.
It just depends on the timeline. I don't know where they're
Yeah,
at.
Well,
when it takes place. Because you can't... I mean, there's not much... Because from what you've told me of the Thrawn book, there's not much time in between the Thrawn book and season...
There's almost none.
Season 4.
Season 3.
He gets... So,
When he shows up.
a little bit of spoilers here, but not really, because you know he's a Grand Admiral if you've seen Rebels. He gets promoted to Grand Admiral right at the end, and when he shows up in Rebels, Constantine is like, Grand Admiral, so
Since
clearly,
when, you know? Yeah.
clearly he hasn't heard, so it's fairly new. And
New.
they talk about baton, which is something that happens at the end of the book, and just with the book, and then what happens before that, there's no room in there for Vader to be running around doing much, because he doesn't even meet Vader until the end of the novel.
No.
Which means the book either takes place during Rebels, like maybe the first
2 seasons.
2 seasons when Thrawn wasn't in there. But no, it can't because there's no room between the end of the book.
So it's gotta be
after.
he
maybe
has
it's gotta
to
be
survive.
after maybe.
Or it's way before.
Prequel.
But not
Yeah,
if Vader's
Well,
in it.
he meets.
Yeah.
No, I guess
I
it
don't
could
know.
be.
I'm like spoiling the book here.
But anyway,
That's right.
But nobody. Yeah, he wouldn't have been Vader then, though.
Yeah.
He would have been Anakin still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
we'll just have to
I
wait
wanted
to see
to,
when
I
it
wanted
comes
to
out.
say something. You get a bit more backstory in this book about Hux.
Armitage, yeah, Armitage, a little bit.
A little bit. Just a bit.
Yeah, you get touches.
Also, there's a character that's named in this that I think is very interesting because we haven't seen her at all in like anything, and I find it extremely like intriguing. Her name being brought up in this book twice, but it's Grand Admiral Ray Salone.
Oh, I know Ray Sloan.
Yeah.
If you have read A New Dawn, which is sort of a Harry novel,
Oh,
when they first meet,
I need to get that.
and
yeah.
also the Aftermath trilogy. She's the main antagonist throughout the entire trilogy. Aftermath.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you later if she dies.
Well, we'll get to that later.
I'll have to ask you once we turn off the recording if she dies. All right.
Alright, so we all done then?
Yeah,
Wrap
we'll
this
wrap it
sucker
up.
Yeah, I
Like
think
to-
so.
I'd like to thank our sister for joining us today.
Yep. This is
Yeah.
our 25th episode.
25th.
Episode 25.
We're a quarter to 100. We're a quarter to...
Not that 100 is a goal.
Well, no.
We'll just keep going
Keep going
past
past
100.
100.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is a milestone, though.
It is a milestone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at jword51 and on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign.
I don't do social media, so you can't find me anywhere on those things.
Nowhere right now.
Because apparently Spios to Reels is like...
That's your own fault
We're
for
gonna-
not continuing it.
No, I know.
We'll have to kickstart that
We're gonna
program.
revamp it. I think we might
We might do something else with it.
rethink the way we do. Yeah,
Yeah, we might
we'll figure it out.
We might do something else with it.
All right,
see.
Don, where can they find you at?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, gaming YouTube channel, down in the link down below. It's called Major Glitterix. I do just gameplay channels. Gameplay channels? I do gameplay videos, walkthroughs and such with commentary. And right now, the internet's being crappy, so I'm not like being able to upload as much as I want. But tonight that's gonna change. So yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Later, everybody.
Bye. You're supposed to say bye.
I wave.